Welcome everyone to Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival 2021 Q&As. I am Samara. Thank you for joining us. This year, our full program will be screened online from September 22nd to the 28th with our new media exhibition available online and in person at Grandison Lab, Belmont this Friday 24th and Saturday 25th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And feel free to comment and ask questions, any questions you have for the filmmakers, and we will try to answer them during the session. And of course, don't forget you can check out the films at watch.eventive.org/TTFF21. We would also like to thank all our TTFF 21 sponsors and partners. NGC is our signature sponsor this year, and we have leading sponsorship from Shell Trinidad and Tobago and Republic Bank Limited. So today with me is Yannis Sainte-Rose. I try to say it Frenchly.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right. And Yannis was born in Martinique and grew up in downtown Fort-de-France. He studied advertising in Paris and discovered film production as an assistant on different shoots. Now, after making several music videos, he made his first documentary in Haiti in 2015. Several short fiction projects followed, as well as documentaries and video installations. So today he is representing Nonm, which he directed. Hello, Yanis.
Hello, thanks for having me. It's such a pride for a Caribbean filmmaker to be part of the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival. So thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. So, um, what I want to know, right, is what attracted you to this script? Like, is it from personal experience, the experiences of friends, woman, or man? Like, how did this story come about?
So this script came from an experience. I think it's a personal experience, I would say, where I had to attend, I will say, this kind of behavior around me, and I
Mm-hmm.
was so confused because um, most of the time we are thinking about aggression as against women like something was to be violent, physically violent.
Mm-hmm.
We are not thinking about those little things who which are like seductive
Mm-hmm.
behavior in the man's mind,
Mm-hmm.
and which are at the end of the day, uh, um, like when you can have like one mosquito bite, but at the end of the day, if you have like 20 mosquito bites, it's like a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about this behavior from the Martinican view, because even if it's something that happening everywhere, there is like some specificities
Mm-hmm.
due also to our colonial past. I mean, past our colonial living
Yeah.
still. Um, so yeah, that's what bring me to this script, and yeah, from this experience, I asked to different women situation that happened to them, and I
Mm.
wanted to put those experience like in a movie. So
Right.
because I believe like the cinema is a mirror, so it was
Mm-hmm.
important for me that men um, are able to watch this and understand this behavior,
Yeah.
because I feel like they're not they're not aware that sometimes when you say "Hey, beauty" in the streets, like it can be like an aggression, like for a
Mm-hmm.
woman, because
Yeah.
it's supposed to be cool and
Yeah.
gentle, and yeah.
Yeah, I thought it really interested because it was a complete inversion, of what the antagonist went through. you know, the sorry, the protagonist when the he, when he came home so in shock about everything, that was, yeah, just going through it. It was perfect envision. It's exactly what they will, you know, what a woman might experience. So it brings me to, what was the casting process like for this?
Okay, so it's really interesting because the casting is really mixed. There is a lot of amateur in it, and a lot of and not so much. I think we have three professional actor in it.
Interesting.
It's Nelson Rafael Madel, who is the main actors. Danieli Francisque, who is the lady in the making the interview for the work,
Right. Yes.
and Rita Ravier, who is the lady in the bar yelling at
Right.
him. So
She
yeah,
was so brilliant because I was
yeah,
wondering, like,
yeah, and so I had in mind because I know a lot of people in the cast before. I
mm-hmm.
had them. Some of them are friends. Some of them are people I saw on things in
Mm-hmm.
life, and I yes, I try to mix that. I had Milene Mika who helped me also with the casting. So she's a friend that who knows a lot of people and have the vision also. So who helped me with the casting. And
Mm-hmm.
yes, we did like a mix with all those people because at the beginning in my mind it would be like a short movie, and it in my mind there were no so many people. So it was at the end I was like, oh, there are a lot of people, and I was so happy to achieve this mix
Yeah.
between amateur and professional and have the this level, like
Mm-hmm.
this
Yeah.
feeling of, yeah,
It
you
really
can.
seemed leveled. You didn't see any disparities. Like if you said that, so when you said that there were three professional actors in this entire, like I didn't see it. You
Mm,
know, it was well blended, I thought. Yeah.
thank you.
So one thing I noticed though, that the subtle visual technique of the jeans from fitted to tight, it's definitely one of those advertising techniques that translated well for film. Why the jeans as a motive as opposed to something else?
So I had like I didn't want that the movie look like um, I don't know if it's prevention advertisement. When you're doing those movie to say, don't do that, don't do this.
Right.
I don't know. In French, it's prévention, spot de prévention, but I don't know if
Yeah.
it's the.
So it's
But
like a
yeah,
public service announcement.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I
Yeah.
didn't want that,
Mm.
so I tried to find a way to tell the story and make it a movie that can be watched in cinema and tell
Mhm.
a story like a fairy,
Yeah.
like a fairy. And that's how I came to the jeans, because it's also tell a little bit of our history in our belief, that when you do things bad, things can happen due to our spirituality and stuff. It was a
Right.
way also to when you plant, you seed something, those things can grow. And yeah, it was a way to put a little of our history in it, our
Mhm.
spirituality in it. So where that's where the gene came. Yeah, and it was also a real motive because it's the way to say, oh, this gene is so tight, you're so sexy, no, no, no.
Yes.
And it wasn't is he didn't put the gene for that, but this thing happened to him. Yes.
Yeah. So is there any real um like say like poignant significance that you'd want somebody to take away from, even if they missed the jeans tightening and and becoming fitted to tighten? Like, is there any main takeaway you'd want someone looking at this film to leave with?
I think I think I have no I have not I don't have one thing that you have to take away because the movie is there to make you think and make something happen in you, even if it's good or not. And if you have a reaction, it's already good for me. If you are
Mm-hmm.
thinking of about it like even 5 minutes, it's a win for me. It's a win
Right.
for me. So I wouldn't say I have something in particular I would like. Yeah, just the thinking because it's talking about. I try to put a lot of different little thing in it more than so it's always about politics because as I put also a little bit of the guy when he's going to this interview, they're talking about, oh, you come back to Martinique because we have a lot of young people leaving to Europe
Mm-hmm.
or all over the world and don't come back.
Right.
So there is a little bit of talking about that. There is a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of talking about when they're coming back also, they're coming back to work like for big groups.
Right.
Um, that are owned by Beke. Beke is like direct descent of slave master in
Ah,
Martinique.
okay.
So there is like a lot of different, more than the main subject of the movie.
Right.
So there is little seeds in the movie. So if you go out and nothing happened, that's the loss for me. Yeah,
Right,
you
right.
see?
Because I was wondering, like, if you would really like, if was it just a mirror, or would you really like a behavior change in the subject matter that was presented
Of
within the
of
film?
of course, I would like that's the movie is a seed also. The movie is
Yeah,
a seed. I don't know. I don't think my movie can change everything, but it's if it can be a seed in this long process because
yeah.
behind I would love it's not possible right now because of the COVID situation. Until now, I wasn't able to do a real screening of the movie with real people.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's really important for me that it can be a space of talking
Mm-hmm.
and mainly for men because we are not talking about this thing. We are
It
talking about
definitely is.
a lot of
Yeah.
things, but we are not talking about this thing. And if we are talking about those subjects, it's not to go deep in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the the project with the movie in the real world until now I haven't be able to go to the end of what I would love to do because of the
Mm-hmm.
situation.
Awesome.
So that's what we are doing right now.
Yes.
It's
It definitely is a conversation piece,
yeah,
because
yeah.
even after I watched it, I was like so many things. And I thought of it more as a discussion that I was like, oh my gosh, what do I even ask? Like,
Mm,
because there's so much to say about it.
mm,
There's so much that we can discuss around the topic itself and in so many different ways that it's been portrayed, and like everything, it really was such a strong film that I encourage anybody who can see it to watch
thank
it.
you.
You really did a great job on this, and I know
Thank
we
you.
don't have much time again.
Yeah, yeah.
So um I just really want to thank you for taking the time out to even have the mind and the presence to take up this topic and this mantle, to even challenge the male gaze, and as a direct mirror. And then it also should challenge the female gaze as well, because with those roles switching, it's like it's so uncomfortable that both both of the genders can really now question themselves, or humans on the whole. How do you interact with somebody else? How do you approach someone you're interested in, that it's not in a microaggressive or aggressive way? a simple hi could suffice. You don't have to be,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
like all these
Th-
kind of things.
that's really interesting because talking about the cast, when we were doing the reading and the rehearsing, o- the ladies working with me in the cast,
Mhm.
a lot of times, so we write together. They rewrite because they were like,
Nice.
oh, on this you are too kind. You are
Yeah.
too kind. You have to go further. So you are talking about the male gaze. It's absolutely that,
Mm,
and it was something discussed during the making of the movie. So,
nice.
but I'm thinking about Rita in the bar. The bar.
Yes,
This
yes.
scene in the bar was really, really kind at the beginning. She was like, "Oh no, 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 Yanis, you're too kind. We have to
Yeah.
go further."
Yeah, we could
And
see it.
so yeah,
Yeah.
she make it real. She make it looks like
Yes.
real.
And she went on and she went in on him. And that was, yeah, it made it so real at that point. Yeah, it's really great. Do we have any audience questions, guys? Anything? No, we have about a minute again to facilitate questions and all of this. So, none yet. Okay. All right. At first, when I saw it, um, all right, I thought it was a Levi's ad. It was so that scene on the train, on the bus. I was
Hmm.
like, oh, okay. But yes, there's a lot that can be said about the film, but great, great job.
Thank
Um,
you,
Yanis, it was a really, really great contribution, and it really
thank
was
you,
a pleasure to chat with you today.
thank you
And
for having me.
thanks everyone for joining us for this Q&A. And don't forget, you can still catch all of these great films as they're screening today. So check out the ttfilmfestival.com website where you can find all the information on how to buy tickets and check out the films coming up as well. All right. So thanks, guys, and see you next interview. Enjoy. Thanks, Yanis.
Thank you.